Let me paint you guys a visual. It's 2017. I'm 25 years old. Actually, no, let me show you. Check it out. I'm 25 years old. I'm the definition of skinny fat. And look, I'm not ashamed of what I looked like. However, I'm very proud of what I've built thus far since then. I'm not saying I'm some big macho man, but I don't look bad either, bro. I don't mean to sound arrogant. I don't mean to sound so superficial, but I look good, dude. Like, I've been putting in the work. I look way more masculine than I used to. You can't deny that. And I'm not saying that in a proud, arrogant way. Trust me, you guys. You guys know my heart. However, I'm not gonna BS you either. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like everybody should look like me. I'm the ultimate Giga Chad or something like that. Now look, I feel like us men, we're starting to enter into a new day and age type of thing where being attractive, being sexy, looking voluptuous. What the f?
Stop it.
It's emasculated us men. Women are starting to scoff at these little dreamy heartthrob boys, you know, unless we're talking like middle school girls, then yeah. And dude, there was a time in my own life, I ain't gonna lie, where I was right there trying to act the same way. It's kind of getting ridiculous at this point. So I feel like we're starting to enter into this era where I feel like we want to look attractive, yes, but we still want to have that masculine foundation, right? Women these days, they want men. They want strong men, physically and emotionally. They do. I mean, culture might tell them that they don't want this. Instead, that they want soft, emotional men who are intact with their feelings all the time and who are just vulnerable all the time, but nah. I mean, of course, as a high value man, you do have qualities that are soft about you that come out naturally when they need to, but overall, we need to be strong. We need to look strong. We need to look masculine. And there's a balance. You can look attractive and you can look masculine at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So let's find that healthy balance here. Now look, I'm not gonna BS you here. I know this sounds superficial, but we live in a day and age where, yeah, superficial is all around us, right? I'm not saying to make it first priority, but what I am saying is to have it a part of the checklist. We need to physically look good. We need to physically look like men. And naturally, that should be our natural instinct. We should naturally want to look like men. We should naturally look in the mirror and freaking flex our muscles, bro. See our progress, see those gains, right? So right off the bat, I'm guessing that you're thinking that I'm going to be telling you to put on size, put on muscle, right? Yes and no. At the end of the day, look, you don't need to have the biggest muscles. You don't need to be looking like some Giga Chad. For most of us, that's not even an option. You know, we don't even have the genetics to do so, especially if you're like a hard gainer guy like me. It's not in the books, which is okay. You do not need to have the biggest muscles, bro. Take a look at a guy like Zac Efron. Take a look at a guy like Cristiano Ronaldo. These guys are not big guys. However, they are lean. So the little muscle that they do have, it pops, right? Brings out that masculine beast-like look, right? Most of you guys watching this video, most of you guys are bigger than these guys. They just got that lean look that makes them look bigger than you, that makes them look more masculine than you. It brings out that jawline, it brings out that chiseled face that most guys don't have. And that's what's honestly making most guys these days, that's what's making them look kind of weak looking. Just being real, just being transparent. Look at my face here. This is from a few years back as well. Look at how round my face is, bro. I have no jawline, no facial hair whatsoever, so I had to make some changes, obviously. So obviously, the V shape is the shape that's gonna give you the most masculine aesthetic, right? So how do you get that? Of course, as most of us know, you're gonna have to build that back up, the lats right here, to make that back come out. You're gonna have to work on the chest area. You're gonna have to grow out those delts to make your shoulders wider. Abs too, and the obliques to get that nice V taper. But another thing that like 99% of influencers are not talking about, especially fitness influencers, is you gotta also grow your neck and your traps. Now, this is something I've just been working on, you guys, so I'm very much lacking in this department myself. But hey, look, I'm working on it. I've definitely seen a little bit of growth. My wife even said the same thing the other day. She's like, whoa, your neck's getting big. And obviously, you guys, like, I don't have a big neck. It's just, but it is getting a little bigger, especially bigger than what it was. I mean, I was, you know, straight having a pencil neck there for a second. Honestly, these two muscle groups right here, these are ones that a lot of men are overlooking, but these are some of the most important that are gonna give you that strong, ferocious look. It's gonna make you look like a protector. But again, you guys, do not neglect the power of looking lean. I mean, yes, you should be getting big. Always try to progress, always try to get stronger in the gym, but the leanness is what separates you from everybody else. It puts you in that elite category. There's this meme on Instagram, I'm sure you guys have seen it, where it shows a guy who's working out hard at the gym and he's a big, massive guy, and it shows his expectation versus his reality. And the expectation is he sees himself and all these women are flocking him and, you know, admiring all his big muscles. But the reality is actually all his bros all up on him, rubbing up on him, saying, hey bro, how'd you get those gains, dude? You look so good. And it's hilarious. Women aren't as impressed by muscles as most guys think that they are. They're more so impressed by nice chiseled jawlines, chiseled abs, obliques popping out. The second thing is growing a beard. Of course, if you're like me and you're more on the patchier side, you don't want to be growing this thing out too long. I just trimmed mine up today so you can kind of see. I keep it nice and trimmed. If I start growing it out too long, it just tends to look real stringy, and then you really start seeing the patchiness. So again, if you can grow a nice beard, go for it. If you can't, either just keep it fully shaved or, you know, have it just slightly out like mine. As far as hairstyles, you know, shorter hairstyles are of course always more masculine. If you have a bigger frame and a nice chiseled face, then yeah, maybe try to attempt the longer hairstyles. But for the most part, if you want to be in the safe zone, keep it short. For the most part, women like shorter hairstyles on men. It's just more masculine. And honestly, that's going to be your best bet, you guys. But hey, look, check this out. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect to go up and talk to that girl. That video that I just showed you in the beginning, okay, obviously I didn't look that great, but at that time I just had gotten married. My wife's a straight 10 out of 10. I mean, hey, look, she ain't even messing. I'm getting amazing sex night after night, multiple times a day. She's treating me like a king. She still treats me like a king. And again, I didn't even look that great. So that just goes to show you that, yes, looking masculine is important, but that's not everything. At the end of the day, what really got my wife was the fact that I treated her well. I treated her like a king. Queen, what the frick? I treated her like a queen. You know, I have humility. I acknowledge her. We both have God as the foundation of our relationship. You know, I'm not some self-centered weasel that's just focused on superficial things. I put first things first. I honor her. I'm not out here trying to chase other women. I'm not trying to get with women behind her back. I'm not putting her down in front of other people. I'm not starting fights with her. I respect her. I still open up the door for her. I do whatever I can to bless her. And she does the same for me, you know? We're reciprocal in that way. We have a very healthy, God-honoring relationship. So that's first above all else, you guys. Make sure that you are in line with your purpose. Make sure that you are mission focused and that you are becoming the one before going out there and trying to find the one. It's like a straight video game, like NBA 2K or whatever. When you're building up your player, you're trying to raise his stats, right? You're trying to become like 99 overall. You're not raising the stats on just becoming just a great shooter or just a great dunker, right? You want to raise the stats on every single level, on his jumping ability, passing abilities, dribbling abilities. Same thing goes with life. You don't want to just become great at bodybuilding and have your physique just on lockdown, yet you suck at conversing with people. I mean, there's so many guys I see at my own gym who, yeah, dude, they look great, but they can't even hold a conversation with you. They're so into themselves. They got their headphones on, pumping out reps. They look at you and then get all awkward and don't even know what to do, right? There's 4 pillars to a man's heart. You got the king, the warrior, the mentor, and the friend. Make sure you're progressing in each one. Talk to you guys soon. Peace always.